Hi everyone. On this video, I tried to record this video once before. Due to bad lighting, it didn't come out very well. So I'm going to basically talk through on this. I'm going to start out the water pump on the KLR650. This is a 2009. It's leaking, needs new seals put in. Ordered the seals, not a problem. I'm waiting for them to come in, but on the way, since I've been waiting for them to come in, since I ordered them online, decided to go out and buy whatever I needed for it and start into it. That way I'm all set up for whenever they do come in. You need, whenever you do this job, you need to buy your oil, new filter, antifreeze. Antifreeze, you can either get it in a unmixed, where it's all antifreeze. You mix it with distilled water, 50-50. Or, as I chose, I just went out and bought the 50-50 premix. I guess if you think about it, it's a little bit more expensive, but per gallon, just to buy off the shelf, it means a few dollars cheaper that way. But if you mix it, you get 2 gallons out of it, it's a little bit more expensive that way. That's for the straight antifreeze. I use synthetic oil in my KLR650 since the previous owner, he was Navy Thomas 8 that used it. Happened to just find it on sale this time, which was good. You guys can go through the manual. My manual did not say to pull the clutch cover off. You're supposed to use a screwdriver or something to pry the seals out, which, I mean, that didn't seem like a very good idea to me because of, when you're working with aluminum, you don't want to scratch where the seals seat or anything, and you don't want to crack the aluminum. So, I looked up online, found a better way. It's a little more work, but you end up, you pull your water pump cover off, you pull your water pump off, then you work to remove your clutch cover, which I have right here, which needs cleaned up, but I mean, it's what I have. You'll see on the side, right here is where the water pump shaft comes through. Whenever you take it off, you'll see there's a rubber seal in the back part. Right here, you'll see it. Then you'll see the hard part of the mechanical seal, because there's 2 seals there. It's right here on the front. The rubber seal, which is right here, lighting's bad, I'm sorry about that. This rubber seal is for the oil side. The mechanical seal is for the coolant side. And to remove them, you can go out and get the puller for it, and you can also get the seater because it's got to be pressed back in. But finding on the internet, did a little bit of research. I'll leave the the site link down in the description for you guys. They use a bolt. I went one step different. I used an all thread with 2 washers and 2 nuts. Now I do have 3 sockets. The socket, the first one that goes on the inside, just fits on the bottom part of the rubber. The larger socket that I have in the middle just fits around the metal seal. I mean, the metal part of the seal will slide right in. And the third socket is just to keep my washers from going funny into where the ratchet goes in. What you do is you put the smaller socket here on the rubber part, put the shaft, put the all thread through, put a nut on it. Of course, you put these in place too. That way, whenever you turn your nut, it'll push the 2 seals into the larger socket. I'm not going to tell sizes because you can go through and you can eyeball and find the right sizes. To put it back in, the new ones in, all you have to do is basically do the reverse. Put the larger socket inside, so it cups. Here a second. It cups right inside here. It just sits right on there. Have a socket that'll fit your metal part of your mechanical seal just around the edges, so and you drive it in real slow and really even. Once this metal ridge here sits onto the outer edge of the seal seating, you're done. Easy as that, not a problem. Make sure you have the rubber part in right, the part with the, you can see there's a little spring and a little bit of indentation there, that goes inside. That's my seal puller, and also see here, I'm gonna use something simple you can put in. I'm putting it in my toolbox. Didn't cost me, I think I have $2 invested in that. While you have it apart, have the cover off, check your oil screen. There's a little oil screen, you stick your finger in there, pull it out, make sure it's cleaned. I air blew mine after spraying it with a WD-40, clean it all out, put it back in. You're done. While you're at it, take a look at your clutch springs. Mine are in good shape yet, nothing broken, nothing weak. I even took my plates off, in which I went through the manual. I took my caliper out. Well, in fact, it's right here. But I always put everything back in the box to keep them nice. But I took my chronometer out. Looked at the size, the height of the clutch plates themselves, pads. And I figured this thing has, what, 23,000 miles on now. I got it when I was 21. I figured, well, it might be due. They were staying nice, tall, and proud. I'll tell you what, you can really tell the rider, how good of a rider is by his clutch. 23,000 miles on a KLR, which is, I mean, if you ever go on the KLR forum, KLR.net, 650.net, you can look through there. KLR clutches are not really called a really stout clutch. This one here's holding up. Maybe Thomas 8 has done wonderful. I mean, that really shows you the style of rider and how good he is. Myself, I'm a little bit harder on the clutches because I've only been riding for 3 years. Just a little hint, I'm going to be taking pictures of us later on, maybe make a second video showing different things, maybe. I'm not too sure on that, but this is just a little heads up on replacing the, little hints on replacing the seals for the water pump. You can tell if the water pump's leaking and which seal is bad if you really want to by there's a little weep hole. Here it is again. There's a little weep hole right here. If it's leaking antifreeze, your mechanical seal's bad. If it's leaking oil, your oil seal's bad. But I wouldn't recommend trying to replace, because they're stacked up on each other. Don't replace one or the other. Replace them both and be done. Cost you a little bit more, you guess. But you're not putting any more work into it, really. And once you do it, take care of it. Watch what you're doing whenever you put it together. It's going to last you. If you just change one, you're going to have to take it apart and change the other one soon anyway. I hope this helps somebody out there. Just a little bit. Just remember, you can make your own puller. You can make in the same thing. Ends up being something to seat your seals too. Instead of buying expensive tools that Kawasaki sells. Just a little heads up, you don't have to use a bolt. You can do the same thing with a long bolt. I just chose an all thread. I like the ability of having all the thread there, be able to sit up for one. And if I need it for something else, say my SUV, which is parked right here, if I need it for something for that, I got it. I can just change the size of the sockets. It'll work, it'll do it. One money saving tip, and also remember, get yourself some good oil. Change that filter. I don't care. I just changed my filter 50 miles, my oil filter 50 miles ago. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to just change it. They're cheap enough. Moonfleet, I forget what his last numbers, he built from Dolby Garage. Like he said, they're cheap enough. Why not? New antifreeze. It's up to you. It's your bike. I change it. It's not that expensive. Cheaper than a bike. This is MuzzleMike, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm signing out. Thank you for watching, guys.